Good morning, mountain riders. It's day 3 of the RONA ride, and it's a Monday. So I'm thinking that's going to make a little difference in things. Less traffic, less people to deal with. So this left turn that's coming up in 0.2 miles onto Zell's Mill Road, I can't recall if that was paved or not. So look at it before you go down it. If it's not paved, just keep going out to 460. This should be it right here. Looks paved so far. Kind of pretty back in here, right along the creek. Oh, look at that, an old covered bridge. Let's stop and get a picture. How about that? So now that we've passed the covered bridge, we're on VA 42, which is one of those long straight valley rides. It is probably the least entertaining of them. It's also known as the Bluegrass Trail, and I usually take one of the other ways across. There are probably close to half a dozen other valley rides that go in the same direction. We're headed towards 311, but today I'm going to go this way because I want to divert off onto one of my little favorite back roads that's going to lead us out that way. So we are cutting off 42 onto 658, which is Happy Hollow Road. It's going to take us out to Johns Creek Mountain Road, which there are two roads that run back here, Dix Creek and Johns Creek, and they run on opposite sides of a long valley, and they're really twisty and scenic, and it's one of the places that you almost always see wildlife. There's the first deer of the day. Three of them back up in there. Squirrel, run squirrel, there he goes. Yeah, I love this little valley. It's this ride through here is just gorgeous. A little bit of a washout here. There has been a lot of rain up here in this area, Virginia and West Virginia, and so we've encountered a lot of debris in the road. There's still water flowing across the road in a few places. Rock slides, mud slides, you know, stuff like that all along the way. Wow, look at that old place. Huh. Craig Springs Retreat. Wow. Our first water crossing. More venison. So that's 658. It's one of my my favorite little rides back through here. And now we're about to turn on to one that's pretty well known to everyone, Highway 311. So Highway 311 is a very popular motorcycle ride. It runs from Roanoke, pretty much downtown Roanoke, or right on the outskirts of downtown. It runs north and takes you on a really nice rolling, twisty climb up over a high mountain ridge and then drops you down into Paint Bank, and beyond that will take you up into West Virginia. But it is known for its nice sweeping curves, and uh-oh, snowplow. I guess we're in for a surprise. And we're gonna stop up here and see some stuff along the way. So 311 winds up over Potts Mountain, and there are occasional decent views. They're a little better coming down the other side, but this is just a classic great ride. And we're just about at the crest now. Gonna take a little bit of a break here. So it just leaked a little. Note to self, Perrier in the water bottles? Once you come down off the mountain, 311 continues to roll west. Ultimately, it's going to bring you out to, I think it's White Sulphur Springs, and up into West Virginia. We're going to veer off a little bit before we get quite that way on another great little road. But in the meantime, it is going to bring us into the little crossroads of Paint Bank. Do it. So leaving Paint Bank, 311 continues heading generally north, and we start climbing up the next mountain, and it continues to be really nice and twisty and fun. This section of road reminds me a bit of the back of the Dragon down near Damascus. Really nice pavement. Well, out of West Virginia, back into Virginia. We just clip a small section of it, of West Virginia, on this ride. So we veered off 311 onto 159, which is going to take us up to Covington. And it's a fairly pleasant ride. A nice relaxing cruise. And from 159, we have jumped onto Indian Draft Road, which is a small and winding back road that's going to let us detour around going through Covington. Boy, that's a red barn. Ah, the Devil's Road. I think we better avoid that. Just nice little 2-lane roads coursing through the forest. Can't go wrong with that. Boy, the river's really flowing. So we're winding down the south end of Jackson River Road to get over to US 220 because there's something we want to see over there. And so here we are on 220 north of Covington, and this section of 220, this is one of the best sections of it in the whole area, which is, again, we detoured just to come down and see this and find that great spot to eat our lunch. Two 220's a fairly major road. A lot of traffic on it, particularly on the weekends. It's the main north-south road through here, so you're going to see some trucks now and then. But this section right through here is just plain sweet. Nice banked arc turns. This is wonderful. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Just a lovely stretch of road. And it's lunchtime. Hooray.
Nice ride.
Well, it's a good place for a lunch break, but wait, there's more. Yeah, that's really flowing. So I've been seeing a whole lot of truck traffic on US 220, so I'm going to suggest we detour off it to go north, and I know just the place to go. This is much better than that main road. And it won't take us that much longer to get there. We've got plenty of time today. It's a pretty short ride. So this little hop over road gets us over to the next valley, and we'll just run up parallel to US 220 on Jackson River Road. I think that place has been there a while. This sure as heck beats being stuck behind some big truck full of logs or something on 220. Well, that was a much better way to go than to stay on 220. But as you can see, there are some pretty nice spots to stay. There's Four Seasons here. It's the Homestead. primarily golf-centered. Sam Snead somehow made this place famous, or vice versa. We are back on our path and closing in on our destination for the day. And so, enough fun on 220, and we veer onto 39. 39 runs east to west, and it is a really excellent ride, and most of it, to be honest with you. It's a really nice curvy ride for the most part. Cuts through some forest, goes along the river. There's some nice overlooks here and there. It's one of our favorites in the area. We ride this one a lot, and in fact we tend to stay close to it because it is a really good way to go east to west through this part of Virginia. So from 39 now we kind of just wind our way out to our lodging for the day. And I'm trying to remember, I think, is it that road that'll take us there? I think it might. I hope so. There are two ways to get there, and I kind of remember this one being shorter. So yeah, River Road was definitely the way to go, and we did get to see a bear. So way over there I can just see where we'll be spending the next 2 nights. Deer. Yep. Well, that was a pretty good ride. So that was a pretty good ride today. Those were good stops.
Yeah, no, the stops were awesome. The curves were awesome. Loved the waterfall. Couldn't believe we saw a bear. I won't comment on how you made me do an emergency stop, but that's okay.
I was like, I gotta get a video of the bear, and I'm like locking up the brakes, trying to turn the camera on simultaneously, and the bear's just sitting there looking at me. And by the time I got it stopped, he's like starting to move already up into the bushes. He was a pretty bear. He had like a gold, honey bear nose on him. He was big and fat too.
You got him though, that's what matters.
Yeah, I got a little snip of him. We can prove we saw a bear.
That's right.
Thanks for watching America Rides Maps vlog, episode 5. In episode 6, things take an unexpected turn. Be sure to hit subscribe and like and share with your friends, and I'll get started on episode 6 now.